Firstly, before we start, I just want us to take 2 big, deep breaths in and out. You've been sat for a little while, a little bit of an energizer. So big, deep breath in, and we're going to sigh it out of the mouth. One more. Okay, good. Right. In the middle of the tables, there is pieces of paper with a big circle on. Can you all get yourself one of those and a pen? And we are going to do a little reset. So, put your hand up if you feel like life is a constant balance trick. Constantly feeling like you're on a bit of a skateboard that you might fall off at any point. But we're constantly just balancing and juggling. And life is constantly about balance, but often, as this little diagram shows, we can feel super overwhelmed. So hands up if you've ever felt overwhelmed. Like all the time. So what we're going to do today is we're going to do an exercise where you're going to look at your life and you're going to figure out where is the first steps that you can take. We're going to work through this together, and the idea is for each of these sections you're going to put a dot according to how you feel. If you feel absolutely amazing about it, I want the dot to be somewhere near the outside of the little piece. If it is not great, I want you to put a dot somewhere in the middle. As we work through this, I want you just to be thinking about one thing that you could do to move your number forward. So we're going to start with work. Tell me in a little dot where you put how you feel about work. Put your hand up if your dot is somewhere near the edge of the circle for work. Oh my goodness. Can you all come and talk to me later and tell me what it is that you are doing? That's winning. Good. So how do you feel about your money situation? For some people, that might be they want to have loads of money in the bank. For someone else, you might not actually be driven by money. You might just want to be able to make sure you can pay your bills. So this isn't that you've had to win the lottery to get a 10. This is just about how you feel about your money. Next one. How do you feel about your home? The location of where you live, the property itself, the organisation. Do you walk through that door and just feel calm? Or do you walk through it and feel stressed? Put your hand up if you feel really happy and you have got a high number for your home. Love that. Next one. Routine, being an adult. Give me a hands up if you are happy with your routine. You're like going, nailing that. I tell you now, most of my clients, that's where we start. If you get your routine better, guess what? Impacts the other stuff. Next one, growth, personal growth, professional growth. Let's move on to the health section. How is your physical health? Have you got any little niggles that maybe you should go and get checked out? How are you feeling physically? Give your hands up if physically you're like, my score's 8, 9 or 10. Okay, next one. And I've divided this out. This is a fairly standard coaching framework, but I created my own because for me, health is not just one thing. Health is a lot of things. You can feel great physically, but not so great mentally. Okay, food. Who is happy with how they eat? Put your hands up if you are one of these people going, yep, I eat really well. Okay, exercise. If you don't exercise and you happily don't exercise, that's fine. But who's thinking, it's getting a bit warmer. Maybe I can start to do a little bit of exercise. The nods. My favourite, sleep. Put your hand up if you are happy with your sleep. The hand went straight up. Yeah. Sleep is so fundamental. Next one, romance. If you are single and happily single, enjoy that. If you are married and maybe it needs a little bit of attention because you've been really busy caring for everybody else and maybe your relationship has taken a little bit of a dip, put your hand up if you are happy with your romance score. Okay. We're going to move on to family. This could be your immediate family, your kids, family, wider family. Next one, friends. Have you got enough friends? Have you got the right friends? hands up if you actually think you could do with making a new friend. Can never have too many friends. And we move to community. Now that's feeling part of something. Next one, and we are going super speedy through this, but self-love. Do you think about yourself? Big question for HR professionals. Put your hands up if you actually have scored that high. Okay. It's interesting, isn't it? If you don't look after yourselves, guess what? It's not going to be great for everyone else. So self-care is not selfish, it's fundamental. Okay, we're going to hop up now to values. Who here knows what their personal values are? Okay. Reflection. Thinking time. Who spends time thinking? Too much thinking. There is that. Now, creativity. You might be going, Michelle, I'm not into crayons anymore. It doesn't have to be writing poetry. Creativity for me is flow state. And the whole thing about flow is, according to McKinsey, you are 500% more motivated when you are in flow state. That thing when you just lose track of time. Next one, purpose. Oh, the big one. Do you know your why? Bit of Simon Sinek there for you. And the final one, and the reason that I asked this one finally, because sometimes a bit like a gut punch, joy. What is your joy score from 0 to 10? Put your hand up if you'd have put a 7. Yeah. And this is a hard one because happiness is great. I love being happy. It makes me happy that I'm here today. It makes me happy that Claire's put in all this effort and you've all turned up even though the trains are a nightmare. That makes me really happy. But joy is almost like that inner peace. Now what I want you to do is I want you to join those dots. Join those dots. Put your hand up if there's any surprises on there for you. Oh, like that. Put your hand up if there's things on there that you are really proud of yourself because actually you're doing really well. Okay, because we should celebrate those. We're always like beating ourselves up, aren't we, about I'm not good enough, I'm not doing enough. So looking at that, I also want you to start to connect the dots in terms of when you're looking at those, go back to that one, and maybe you realise that if you had a better routine, you might actually find time to exercise, which might mean that you sleep better, which might mean that you are more patient and tolerant with your children. Or it might mean that you're more patient or tolerant with your employees in your team, which then might mean that you get promoted, which means that you make more money, which means you can buy a new home, and suddenly your romance section goes through the roof because you have got a boudoir. You're like, and all you've done is change your routine. So when we're thinking and we're overwhelmed and where we're going, oh my God, it feels like so many things that we have to do, and you're like, start with one. So I want you all now to look at your chart. What is the one area that you think, that's where I'm going to start?